The Detroit Lions have the first seed in the NFC as they await their opponent we'll find that out after Super Wild Card Weekend. But this video, man, we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's been a little kind of quiet since the NFL trade deadline, but I would not be me if I didn't talk about this. You'll probably hear a lot of creators, some stupid in particular, talking about that the pass rush, we didn't need a pass rush and pass rush by committee, and just dumb, idiotic takes for a dumb, idiotic person. However, at the end of this video, I think I'll be able to prove my point that the Detroit Lions still need a pass rush. Now, Derek, I know what you're saying. Derek, we're winning games. We're the #1 seed. We might win it all. Yes, we will. And I'm going to show you why the Detroit Lions will be the team to do that. But the question is, do we still need a pass rush? And the answer is yes. That's why I think the Detroit Lions will trade for Maxx Crosby or Myles Garrett this offseason. Not sure what the NFL draft is really looking like when it comes to pass rushers. And we can still get one on a rookie deal. I wouldn't be mad if somehow we package up that first-round pick and maybe another pick as well, and we get a second or third round pass rusher. Don't forget, Maxx Crosby was a 4th round draft pick, and Myles Garrett, of course, was up there with Aiden Hutchinson, the #1 pick in the 2017 NFL draft. So I think that's what the Detroit Lions, but I'm going to will these things into existence. But you know what? I've always gone based off stats. Derek, you're too emotional, blah, blah, blah. Facts over feelings. Yes, I'm emotional. Yes, am I too emotional? Perhaps, but I'm also driven by stats. And that's how my emotion is based off these stats, right? So let's take a look at why I think that the Detroit Lions are going to trade for one of these guys and properly address the pass rush this year. You can see, I still think with Hutch, that Brad Holmes would have made a decision at the trade deadline. Maybe he did want to make a decision in 2023. Maybe Danielle Hunter was that person. Did not happen. He chose to go the route of Marcus Davenport in the offseason, and for one reason or another, came back to bite him in the rear end. Now, Lions are winning. I don't want you to take away, because, see, I am the type of guy that I'm not going to be blinded by winning. Yes, we're winning games. Yes, we're the first seed. Yes, we could win it all. But with all of that being said, we are going to still need a pass rush. And don't forget, there are a couple things that's going to happen. This team is going to look different. We're going to have massive turnover in the coaching department, and the biggest turnover that you've seen on the team. This is the year 4 for the 2021 NFL draft picks. Year 4, it's going to be a lot of names on this team that you're not going to see next year. All right? So here's why that I think that my take was right and that the Detroit Lions are still going to need a pass rush. Before we go any further, where do you think the Lions rank in sacks? How many do you think they have? And is it more or less than last year? Pause the video if you need to. Put in the comment section. Where do you think they rank as far as 1 through 32? How many do you think they have? And is it more or less than last year? Okay. Unpause. We're back now. You've put your answer in the comment section. The answer is the Detroit Lions rank bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bottom 10 in the league, which puts them at 23. I believe that's how you do that. So they're bottom 10 in the league. They're bottom 3rd in sacking the quarterback. That's that answer. How many do they have? Total 37. Now, is that more or less than last year? It is less than last year. Last year, we had 41. This year, we had 37. Now, if Hutch was playing, we probably would have over 50, which would put us in the top 5 getting to the quarterback. But that's still all one man. And that one man would not be able to keep this up over and over and over again. Okay? The sack leader, I believe, is Trey Hendrickson with, I'm going to say, a measly 16.5, because Hutch had 7.5 in the small sample size that he played. All right? Now, Derek, I want to show you something, and I want you to tell me, what do you see? What do you see from this picture? Now, the last 2 teams that you can't see that are covered by the banner are the New England Patriots in dead last with 28, and the Atlanta Falcons second to last with 31, and they traded for Matthew Judon. What do you see from all of these teams listed on this sheet? on this display, what do you see that's different about the Detroit Lions? You ready? The Detroit Lions are the only team out of the bottom third of sack leaders to make it to the playoffs. Why is that? I'm going to show you. This is why the Detroit Lions are able to make the playoffs with being bottom 10 in sacks, because their offense is prolific. Points per game, they average 33.2 points per game, which is almost 3 more than the second place team. In addition to that, their point differential is plus 220, which is 60 points higher than the team underneath. Now, let's look at the points, the teams that score the most points. Playoffs. Should have been in the playoffs. Playoffs. What do you see? You score points. If the Lions did not have the best offense in the league, a prolific offense, a New England Patriot 2007, almost undefeated, 3 points from being undefeated offense, we would not be in the playoffs. You have to be able to sack the quarterback. You got to be able to do it. Not everybody is going to be seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold, which he did see on Sunday night, week 18. So, again, my feelings, my emotions are always based on stats. That's why I've been going crazy about a defensive end, a true, pure, ferocious defensive end. That guy is Myles Garrett. Maybe Maxx Crosby. The Lions are not going to be able to keep sustaining this. They're not. I just don't see. And it all boils down to this. We're going to be facing one of 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion, in the NFL playoffs, in the Super Bowl. It's going to be Josh Allen. It's going to be Lamar Jackson, or it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. And to my recollection, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, the last time we've played each of those quarterbacks, they have not been sacked. Josh Allen was not sacked in the game against the Lions in 2024. Patrick Mahomes was not sacked the first game of the season in 2023. And Lamar Jackson Wilson was not sacked in October of 2023. The teams we might play in the Super Bowl, we have not sacked the quarterback the last time we played them. That may or may not change this year. So my belief is that the Detroit Lions must properly address the pass rush, especially if we get it done this year with the amount of turnover that's going to be on our team and coaching staff, and the fact that we can maybe start sniffing dynasty talk. We can start maybe putting it on the table. I don't think it's on the table right now. You got to get one before you can start talking dynasty. Then once you win one, maybe you could slide dynasty into the conversation. I think you need 2 in quick succession in a short amount of time. If you give me 2 titles in 5 years, then you can start talking dynasty. If you repeat, you definitely can start talking dynasty. So let me know what you think. And again, this has never been, I don't dislike Brad Holmes. I don't think that he's not the guy. I think he's on the precipice of GOAT status. His draft record is impeccable. It really is. His biggest miss right now is Broderick Martin. That's his biggest miss. His greatest pick, in my opinion, it's so many. I'm kind of partial right now. So if I had to put it, it's tough. It's tough. He does so well in the first round that you could literally put Penei Sewell, Aiden Hutchinson, and you can also put Jahmyr Gibbs, all first round picks. You can put them like in the same category. I think they're all equally important. I can't put one ahead of the other. I really can't. So you could argue it might have been Hutch had he stayed healthy. You can argue that Penei Sewell is the best, right tackle in the game, which he is. You could argue that. And I think that Jahmyr Gibbs, if he stays healthy, he will be the highest paid running back in the NFL when that time comes. So he's impeccable, but he has misses, which everybody does. He hits more than he misses, no doubt. But if you look at the team as a whole, the one aspect. We've linebackers done. I think the position that we addressed the most was secondary, which was abysmal for years. And the least addressed position is on the defensive end. That's just why, I mean, you know, Lee McNeil, cool. DJ Reader, cool. Hutch, cool. Outside of that, who we got? We had practice squad dudes before. If you took away Marcus Davenport, which might as well be a practice squad dude, we had practice squad dudes. Like, and that's been the reoccurring thing. So I think that the Detroit Lions, there's no doubt about it, they need to make a move for somebody and still draft somebody as well. Because as I said earlier, you're going to have massive turnover, in my opinion, with that 2021 draft class nearing the end of their contracts. So let me know. I think it's going to be Maxx Crosby or Myles Garrett. I think I could see Myles Garrett before, because I think the Cleveland Browns they're going to try to do right by him. Like, yo, with Deshaun Watson having a setback, not that he was going to matter anyway, but now you see what you have with DTR. You see what you got with Jameis Winston. I don't even know if either one of those guys are under contract. I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe Sam Darnold goes to the Browns. I don't know. But I know that the Browns are like on their 30th starting quarterback, and it's ridiculous. So I think that Myles Garrett is going to be gone, and I think that the Detroit Lions can get him as a steal. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Don't forget about Bye Week and Chill. This weekend, we're going to be doing all 6 playoff games starting on Saturday. I believe it's at 4:30. We're going to do the 2 on Saturday, the 3 on Sunday, and then Monday Night Football, where I believe that we're going to see a back-end upset. I think that teams seed 7 or 6 are one of those teams are going to win. If either one of those teams, if they both win, we play 7. If one of them wins, we play the lower seed. I think that either Green Bay or Washington will come into Ford Field next weekend and face the Detroit Lions in the divisional round. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.